What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This morning I woke up, went straight to the beach with Coda and Kelly, and I've been enjoying every morning like this lately because it's amazing here in San Diego at this time of year. So you really just got to soak it up until summer's over. But went to the beach, had another doctor's appointment, ate breakfast, and then went to get coffee, and now I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I really want to get you caught up on everything. Life has been insane lately, this whole year, honestly, with my health stuff. And first and foremost, I just want to say that I haven't really been showing up the way that I want to lately, and I'm really unhappy with that. Working out and training is not just something to do to look good and to build a business with. It's something that helps with just everything mentally. You know, when you're training really hard, a lot of the little things throughout your day tend to matter a whole lot less because you're just exerting yourself with everything that you have each day, right? You're getting the fuck after it physically, and that translates through the rest of your day mentally and just with whatever you're doing. And I feel like lately, these past 2 months, I haven't been able to train. It's really been killing me, but really, it's been translating in a negative way throughout my life, throughout my day-to-day, both mentally and physically. Like I said, with everything, I'm tending to be more negative. All of the little things are bothering me a whole lot more than they should. And I'm both sort of embarrassed, sort of I'm unhappy with it, and it just is what it is. This has been a really difficult time for me. I've tried to be as transparent as possible just to let you guys know what I'm going through because, again, I haven't been able to show up like I want, so I feel like I want to kind of let you guys in and be honest with you and tell you what I'm going through. But yeah, with that being said, it's been wild. At the beginning of the year, I had this random crash with everything in terms of my energy levels, in terms of urinary issues to adrenal fatigue, literally getting, earlier in the year when I was working out, I would literally go to the gym and train and then come back and feel depressed and want to cry. Like, it was just crazy. My hormones were absolutely shot. My energy levels were absolutely shot. I felt like I couldn't get through the day. I'm still struggling with that. I don't want to be that guy who has all these problems. I don't want to be that guy who what is this guy talking about today that he's going through? Like, I fucking hate that, and I'm so goddamn sick of it. But at the same time, it's like, how do you be transparent and go about your business, and when you can't show up because your health isn't good and you aren't functioning at a high level cognitively and this, that, and the other. It's been so fucking difficult to balance that and try to be transparent, but also like try to not be negative, and it's just been such a battle. I'll try to be as concise as possible with just getting you up to speed if you're new here. This whole year I've had trouble with my hormones. I've had to get on testosterone replacement therapy. I've had adrenal fatigue to the point where I couldn't function throughout the day. I'd just be on the couch, and it would be really hard for me to just get up and just go drive down to the beach and walk on the beach because I'm so exhausted. I've had H. pylori, I've had leaky gut, so I've had a bunch of hormone issues, a bunch of gut issues. And then obviously my orthopedic issues, like with my shoulder and my hip, got way worse and torn, and I've been going through the ringer with that, trying to figure out what to do, if I'm gonna have surgery or not. And I'm gonna have PRP on Tuesday, and I'm gonna make a separate video on that to kind of educate you guys and tell you exactly what that is and kind of what the process was with me navigating through what to do with my injuries. But yeah, I mean, I've made some videos on my health, and again, I just just want to move past it and like just be me again and be who I am, even though I'm not right now. It's hard. I guess I'll do what I can and just act like I'm normal, even though everything's not. But it's just that fucking balance between being honest and who I show up as, right? Because that's the hardest, and there's so much pressure of running the business, and who do I appear to you guys as on social media? And I'm one most importantly a business owner, and that's my most important thing and my most my most valued perception of you guys, that you guys have of me, is as a business owner and as a coach. That's what I value the most. I care so much about my clients. I'm always checking up on my clients. I'm always staying on top of my business. But when things falter, and the perception that you guys have of me, that's like my number one thing, is like, what do you guys view me as with that? And then next, it would just be to be transparent as a fucking human being. And it is what it is. Let's move on and get into some questions. I'm gonna drink this coffee and hopefully my brain will work a little better. Here we go. I had an autoimmune disease that went into remission through mind-body medicine. Check out the ACE study. It goes into childhood trauma and the impact on adult health. I got better, full remission. Check it out. That's sick. I appreciate stuff like this. Although I haven't seen much improvement with my health, I've seen growth. I've seen mental and spiritual growth through working on my shit. So I'm aware of this type of stuff. I'm not negligent to this stuff having an impact. So I appreciate when anyone reaches out to me with this type of stuff, and I'll definitely check it out. Can you put captions on when you tell stories? Sure. I can. It's just personally, when I look at what I do for Instagram and social media, I'm looking at it as a consumer. What do I consume? Why do I consume it this way? And does it interest me? And will it hold my attention? So anything that I post, I shouldn't say anything, right? There's times where, guys, I'm running a business. I got a personal life. I got this, that, and the other. I have appointments to take care of. I'm going through this shit. I have to take care of my clients. There's certain times when I post things and I just don't care. I'm just posting it. But most of the time, I'm analyzing it from that way. So if it doesn't make sense for me, the way that I consume, the way that I think things do well, then I won't use it. Personally, I just tap through stories that have captions. The ones that have things written out, I tend to read it more. All right, what got you into fitness? What kind of mindset did your family have around health and fitness growing up? What got me into fitness was simply just falling in love with training really hard. I had a lot of anger and aggression and emotional shit that I needed to have an outlet for growing up, because I wasn't yeah, I just, I had a lot of personal stuff that I needed an outlet for, and that became, the thing for me. And I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I felt. I didn't like the way I got bullied. And so I wanted to put on muscle. And I also thought muscle was just cool. Like, I would watch sports growing up. I was an athlete growing up. I'd play all these sports and I'd see different athletes. And I remember like watching the Lakers play and David Fisher having like just really nice delts and being like, damn, that dude has nice arms. Like, I want to look like that. And so it was both a fascination with muscles and a lot of personal stuff that just kind of combined. When I went into the gym and worked out, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the process of it. I fell in love with the discipline of it. And that's just kind of how I got into fitness. What is your 5-year plan? I have been working on a lot of big things with my coaching business that I'm dying to share with you guys, but I'm just kind of wrapping up some legality stuff with it. Oops, I accidentally closed that. And, outside of that, Kelly and I run another business, Renegade Strength. We obviously have some big plans with that. Outside of that, it's really, I want to start my career in bodybuilding and, do what I can with that. It's really just all about progression. I don't necessarily have anything hard outside of that, outside of seeing progress with all of the businesses we have, and just expanding each one in ways that we can, growing them, making sure each year there's growth, both financially and value-wise, what we're putting into it. Because at the end of the day, I could make more money with what I'm doing, but I won't be satisfied unless I'm proud of the value that I'm bringing to the table. And that's with any business that I have my hand in. So outside of that, outside of business stuff and, obviously creating more of an income each year for myself, it's really just about continuing to grow as a person and starting to freaking bodybuild and become a bodybuilder, because that's been my dream my entire 20s, to move out to California and make a living being a bodybuilder. And so I've now created that opportunity for myself, and once I get my health together, that is really one of my top priorities. All right, next question. What is the lowest in calories you have personally ever gone? 2,600 calories. I've never gone lower than that. That was fairly recent. That was last year. Okay. How often do you see your twin? Is he also into fitness? All right, I'm gonna get myself comfy now. Feeling a little better. My twin is coming in October. I'm excited to hang out with him again. I don't see him that often. I see him at least once a year since moving here. So this will be, I guess, the second time I've seen him because I was in his wedding earlier this year. Is he also into fitness? He's not. He's a runner. I'm trying to get him into lifting weights because he needs to get into resistance training. I would like to see him, but he's not really into fitness like I am. All right, what health issues are you battling with? Cancer, question mark. No, so, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday with a urologist, today with a rheumatologist, sorry. And I had so many things come at me at once this year that I had been concerned with autoimmune issues or cancer. And fortunately, I do think that I was just hit with a bunch of things at once in terms of bad gut health, in terms of my hormone levels, in terms of orthopedic issues. I think I'm coming to the terms, and also, I guess, urinary issues. I'm coming to the terms with these are all just kind of separate issues rather than one thing being caused by everything else. But I have been as proactive as possible. I'm trying to make sure that there's not a bigger issue at hand. That's why I've been seeing all of these doctors, constantly getting second opinions. I want to make sure I'm healthy. I want to make sure that I don't have something like cancer. I don't have an autoimmune issue. So this is all that I know, and I'm conveying to you guys my experience the best that I can. Yeah. Can you show us how to hip thrust on the Smith machine properly, how it's not ideal but have limited barbell access at the moment? I would not say hip thrusting on a Smith machine is not ideal. Hip thrusting on a Smith machine can be great. That was actually my first way that I ever did it. So there's really no difference. You're in a fixed plane of motion, which I suppose changes things, and especially changes, how you get set up and start the movement. But there's no different. Your hinge is the same. It's the same movement. So that's fine if you want to do a Smith machine. All right, did low testosterone affect your sex drive? My friend's husband has low testosterone and he didn't want to do anything and blamed it on that. Of course, your hormones directly affect your sex drive. I definitely didn't want to have sex when my testosterone was really low, and it was definitely affecting my relationship, which was one of the main reasons that I decided to get on testosterone replacement therapy, because yes, everything was suffering for way too long. I tried natural means of getting the levels higher. They did not work, so I started on testosterone therapy. I'm happy with my decision. I feel much better. It worked for me. I don't care that I have to do injections. I don't necessarily want children, so I don't care about it affecting my fertility. So there's no reason for me to not do it. Now, do you meditate? Yes, I do. I don't meditate in a sense of the real definition of meditation. So the real definition of meditation would mean to think about nothing, do nothing, and just be. Now, when I do mushrooms, I would consider that real meditation. So I shouldn't say I don't do that. But you asking me this question, do I meditate? I have a practice every night that I do where I listen to music. I have a playlist that I could share. If you follow me on Spotify, I'll put it here so you can go find it. But I'll listen to music and I'll visualize. And that's what I did growing up. That's what I did when I changed my life and really pivoted from being in a place where I didn't want to be and really transforming myself. I had to visualize on the person I wanted to be, accomplishing the things I wanted to accomplish, even when they weren't there and it wasn't happening. I had to think on these things and feel these things and feel what it would feel like. And I've sort of lost that part of myself over the past year after becoming successful and sort of getting comfortable. So I've returned to that as a practice for myself, and it's something that I try to do every night now. These are good questions, by the way. I didn't see that many, so I was kind of wondering how these would be, but you guys killed it. I'm enjoying this. Have any Netflix recommendations? I feel like I just watched. Okay, so I can't think of it now, but when I edit this video, I'll put it right here for one of my favorite movies that I just watched. And then other than that, there's been some really good documentaries. Like the And One documentary was super cool. Super, super cool. Are you gonna do a summer sale for coaching like Kelly? I am not. I will not be doing any more sales this year. I do have 2 challenges coming up in November and a lot of big things happening with my coaching business. And I'm so excited to share with you guys. All that stuff will be announced very shortly, probably by the end of the month for sure. I work out basically first thing after I wake up. Excuse me. All right, let's finish this coffee. Hold on. Okay. I work out basically first thing after I wake up. Would just eating a simple carb like a banana or something before be okay, or would a full meal with all 3 macronutrients be best? 45 minutes to 1 hour before my workout. All right, the simple answer is yes, eating a full meal would be better. Why do you feel the need to go to 3 to 4 doctors for each problem you have? Because I've been unwell for a year and I'm searching for answers, and you should get multiple opinions. But I'm reading a book by Tony Robbins that was giving statistics on how many people get different opinions from doctors. So it's important to go to, it's important to get more than one opinion. You know, it's important to have more than one set of eyes look at you so you can make the best decision for yourself. Why do you keep wasting doctors' time if you're just going to bash and disregard everything they say? I wouldn't say that I'm wasting. I mean, it does feel like a waste of time sometimes, for sure, but again, I'm unwell and I've been unwell for a year now, so I'm just trying to be healthy and live a happy, healthy life. That's all I'm trying to do, really. So that's all I have to say to that. How have the recent personal health setbacks affected how you approach coaching clients, if at all? They haven't affected that at all. Doing CBO protocol, as you know, super low carbs. No, I don't know what CBO protocol is. I've never heard of that. Super low carbs, how to maintain muscle. I'm keeping my protein high as normal, 1 gram per body weight. I wouldn't consider that high. That's like average. Still training hard and not planning on decreasing weight on anything. Any suggestions? So I don't know what CBO protocol is. I've never heard of that. Unless you're finishing a deficit, there's no reason to be on low carbs. And just so you guys know, 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein is not high protein. That's what everyone should be eating minimum. High protein would be anything more than 1 gram per pound of body weight, which I personally do, and I do with a lot of my clients as well. Another thing, I guess I should expand on that. So another thing with protein is, if you're not lean, you should really be aiming your protein at your ideal body weight. So, you know, there are clients that I don't have at the, you know, if I have a client that weighs in the 150s, 160s, 170s, I might have her protein at 140 or 130. Because their ideal body weight based on their structure and height really should be around that weight. So it's not necessary to always be at 1 gram per pound of body weight. I think context matters, and to be honest, for whatever reason, most of my male clients I have on higher protein, but most of my female clients I really don't. And you guys see the transformations and the results. So that's what I do. That's the outcome that people get. All right, the weirdest thing you've ever eaten. Heart, I guess. I think there was beef heart or something in something I ate before, some ancestral ground beef. What time did you fall asleep last night? I don't know because I didn't sleep well, but I went to bed at like 9:30. Thank you guys for watching the video. Again, I'm really excited to get into YouTube. It feels a little bit more intimate. It feels like we're actually hanging out and I can, you know, talk longer than IG. So anyway, thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for subscribing, and I will catch you guys next time.